Hi guys, welcome back to the Traveling Roses. Oh my gosh, it seems like I haven't said that in about a year. I think it has been almost a year. Wow, we're back guys. I know it's just me, but we are all here. You can hear Jackson in the background. I've just missed you guys. I've missed YouTube. I've missed YouTube so much. I've missed doing this. I've missed interacting. And I know we haven't been here for a little while, and I can explain why. Okay? We haven't been on YouTube for a little while, not because we don't like it anymore, not because I'm not interested in it, but just because I was finding it quite difficult to find the time to do the recording and the editing. And for those of you who know me personally will know that I am a busybody and a slight perfectionist. So I was spending like hours and hours editing, and it wasn't quite what I wanted, so I was getting myself really stressed out. And then it wasn't good for my mental health, and you know, I was getting really anxious about the fact that I would spend hours editing, and then it would take like an hour for it to upload, and then the upload wouldn't work. So hello to YouTube. So yeah, but I'm now in a better headspace. So we have decided as a family to come back. Well, I say family, me and the kids. My husband is for it, but I think he is probably thinking, oh no, I'm gonna have to be back on camera again. But do you know what? As a mother, as a wife, sometimes you've got to do what you like. And being in a marriage, it just means that the husband or the wife will have to compromise. So my husband knows that this is a passion of mine, doing like editing and social media, so he is willing to be able to compromise with the fact that I am going to be doing this. But yeah, long and short, I've just come on here really to say hello, to give you guys a little bit of a life update on us as a family. And so, should we begin, JJ? Yeah. So those of you who follow me on my social media, you will already know about our life update. But we are expecting baby number 3. So, yes, baby number 3, your younger brother or sister, is due in October. So I'm 20 weeks already, so I'm halfway through. So I thought I would double this video up with kind of like a life update, but also Q&A. So for those of you who follow me on my socials, and I'll put a little thing down below whatever to tell you my handles on Instagram and stuff. You've sent me in some questions that you'd like for me to answer, which I will be answering in this video as well. But what I thought I would do is just kind of give you guys a pregnancy/life update on myself and obviously us as a family. So I had planned on like recording this video when it was quiet and my husband was here and he could play with Jay and be with Ariana, sorry. But he's gone out food shopping. So I thought, you know what, let me just make use of the lovely lighting that we... Sorry guys, my camera card was full. Bad planning again. But anyway, I'm back. So as I was saying, I'm actually 20 weeks. So we found out on Wednesday what the sex is. And I don't really have a preference. I mean, if it's a girl, I get to dress her up. Because my big girl won't let me dress her up anymore. She picks her own clothes, she picks her own outfits. And obviously if it's a boy, then that would be nice for Jackson to have another little boy to rough and tumble with, because this boy is boisterous. And I feel like not that girls aren't tough, but I feel like it would be nice for him to have a little brother that he can spar with. But you know what? I'm kind of at this stage where as long as he or she is healthy, and so far he or she has been, then I am thankful and I'm happy about that. So on to my pregnancy. Do you know what? I cannot complain, and I have to honestly thank God, because I am one of the very blessed ones in that I don't have terrible pregnancies so far, or labours so far. The most that I've had, which I would complain about, not that I am trying to complain this pregnancy, but the most I've had that I would complain about is I've had a little bit of morning sickness I had at the beginning in my first trimester, and most recently, so within like the last 2 weeks, I've had quite a lot of back pain, back spasms. And to be fair, my back spasms I was having before I was even pregnant, but I just find that normally when I'm pregnant, because my boobs are a lot bigger, a lot heavier, and obviously because of the added weight, it just, the pressure on my back as well. And I think obviously having Jackson, and he's not light, and carrying him around and stuff. So it's just kind of the day-to-day of being a mother and looking after the house is just causing extra pressure on my back. Now, what I normally have for my back is I have these diclofenac patches. Obviously, I'm trying to reduce the amount of medicines that I actually physically take. So at the most, I will have paracetamol, and then also the diclofenac patches, which do work quite well, and then deep heat. But I have no patches at the minute, so my husband has just been rubbing some deep heat on it every night, which has really helped, because 2 days ago, was it yesterday, I was literally bedbound, I couldn't move because of the pain. But I'm not complaining. That's one thing that I'm trying not to do this pregnancy, because this is going to be my last pregnancy. I am trying to really enjoy this one and try not to moan and groan and see all the negatives. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I don't moan and groan, I do, and my husband can contest to that, that I do moan and groan, but I'm just trying to enjoy this one a lot more. I feel like with my first pregnancy, I really didn't enjoy it at all, and I kind of didn't embrace it. I think I was very much in denial. I was only 20 years old, I was in university, I was on my own, I was single, and I just think there was that definite denial of, oh my gosh, I'm having a baby, I'm still in uni. With Jackson, obviously I was married, and I had my husband's support and my daughter, obviously, but I was still not in denial. I still didn't really enjoy it. I think because I was really, I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it. I was really heavy with him, and I was still working, and I just found that very difficult. Obviously, I'm a teacher, and you have to have a certain level of energy, and I would just find that I'd be very, very tired. Whereas this one, come here, Jackson, come. With this one, due to COVID-19, what's the matter? Jackson, come to mummy. Come. Oh, come on, tell me what's the matter. So, motherhood. I should change Jackson's nappy. Yeah, I was saying before, I was beginning to say that baby number 3 was discussed, but wasn't exactly planned. And I say that to say, we had always spoken about having another baby in a close age succession to Jackson. There's obviously 9 years between JJ and Ariana. We didn't want like a massive age gap like that again. However, we were not expecting for me to fall pregnant, or for it to happen basically so soon. But that being said, a blessing is a blessing, and we are over the moon. We are so excited about the new addition to our family. Like I always say, like one of my mottos that I really do stick to is that everything happens for a reason. And sometimes when things are happening, we may think, you know what, this is not a good thing. And you know, I could have said the same about when I felt pregnant with my daughter. I could have said, you know, that's the end of my life, blah, 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 blah. But no, because in the long run, and even though we cannot see it because we do not have that foresight to see things ahead of ourselves, but God knows. And look now, almost 10 years later, you can't see her, but she's in the back, I have the most amazing child that one could ever ask for. And we have an amazing son, and we now have another one who is on the way. Yeah, that's kind of like my pregnancy journey so far. What I think I'll do now is I think I'll just go to some of the questions that people have sent me, and then whatever I've missed in the pregnancy journey, I will hopefully be able to answer through the questions. Be careful. Sorry, I'm just kind of like multitasking here. Alright, so Thank you to all of you who sent in the questions, by the way. I really do appreciate you taking the time out to interact and engage with me on my social media. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world at the minute, and it has got a lot of us feeling angry, myself included, thank you, a lot of us feeling upset, a lot of us feeling sad, etc, etc. And I just think it's at this time that we really do need to stand together, all of us. Together we stand, together we can make a change. So I do honestly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you guys engaging with me. Anyway, so one of the first questions was tips on giving birth. Okay, so I mentioned this on my Instagram live. I am this time round going to try something called hypnobirthing. Now, if you don't know about hypnobirthing, don't ask me because I'm not an expert, but no, from what I understand about it, it's about meditation and breathing techniques and just basically not being scared of the labour pain, and kind of just breathing through it, embracing it, and just focusing on the end result, which is obviously holding your baby in your arms. So I think my tips on giving birth would be I say try and stay relaxed, but with Jackson I had music playing, and that really helped me. So my husband, I had to kind of like set up a playlist, and my husband had that going, and it was gospel music, and I always find that gospel music, no matter what my mood is, whether I'm angry, whether I'm sad, whatever, always kind of soothes me. So that worked for me. But you know, whatever music works for you, have a playlist lined up, Jackson, why? And have that going when you're giving birth. I think the other thing is just to make sure that you're comfortable. So make sure that you've got, you know, comfortable clothing on before you get into obviously the hospital gown. I'll tell you a quick funny story. When I was in labour with Jackson, I was having contractions at home, and we were getting ready to go to the hospital, and it took us slightly longer than expected because I just couldn't find anything to wear. And that's because I didn't plan. I kind of didn't, it sounds weird, but I didn't plan my going into hospital outfit with Jay. So I think this time round, I will definitely have an outfit that I set aside for when I'm going into labour, because you're in so much pain and you don't want anything that's too tight, too restrictive. Obviously you've got a big bump, you just want something that you can kind of throw on. And I was really struggling, and because your mind's kind of all over the place, I was really struggling to find something. So this time round, I'm definitely going to plan my outfit for hospital. I think one last tip is, do not be scared to accept pain relief. You know, we all try and say, I'm going to do this without pain, I'm going to do it naturally, or some may say that. And you know what? Sometimes it's doable, sometimes it's not. With my first, I didn't have any pain relief, partly because it was too late by the time I got to hospital. With Jackson, I had pethidine and a little bit of gas in air. And you know what, who knows with this time round. Obviously I'm hoping that with the hypnobirthing I will be able to kind of breathe through and relax through the pain, but I'm not scared of saying, do you know what, give me something. So those would be my top tips. What do you do to balance mum, wife, work and self? Oh, that's a really good question. So obviously I kind of feel like, do not touch the camera. Obviously feel like I'm kind of wearing four hats, maybe five, at once. But each hat has its own set of requirements. And I think the key thing, which I kind of mentioned at the beginning of this video, was you must make sure, for me anyway, I have to make sure that, irrespective of being a mother or a wife, as Kim, I do stuff for myself. So this is something that I do for myself. You know, kind of going through the internet, looking at fashion trends is something that I do for myself. Getting involved in fashion events when I can is something that I do for myself. And I think that's really important. And I think the balance just comes from also making sure that you utilise time. It's very easy for us to say, oh, you know, I've got 2 hours, I'll do this in an hour. But do you know what? Just use those 2 hours and just get as much done as you can, and then at least you know it's done. So come at evening time, Jackson, leave your sister. Come at evening time, you can literally just sit down and relax and chill. Do you know what I mean? So that would kind of be, I suppose, I don't know if that answers the question, but that's what I do to balance it all. And to admit when I need a break, you know, I'll just say to my husband sometimes, I just need me time. I just need for you to have the kids for half an hour and just let me do what I need to do on my own, because you just need that headspace. And I think particularly during this period of time, during COVID-19, quarantine, lockdown, whatever, I've only left the house, I keep reminding my husband, that I've left the house 7 times because we went out yesterday. I've left the house 7 times in 12 weeks. And that's hard. And it's difficult for everybody, but I think that when you're pregnant as well, and if you have other responsibilities, other kids, it is particularly difficult because you really just need that headspace. You've got a lot of additional hormones, a lot of additional emotions that you're carrying, and sometimes it can become overwhelming. And I've experienced that. I've experienced it where I literally just like cry my eyes out because I just need a minute. And luckily, my husband is very willing to kind of give me that space, and he will say, you know, stay in bed, don't do anything. I'll handle it all for today. So that's really, really helpful. Next question: How are you feeling about transitioning from something to baby? To be honest, I'm feeling fine. I think my biggest anxiety was transitioning from 1 to 2, and the reason being was because obviously with Ariana I was on my own, so I didn't have to do any co-parenting. I didn't have her father's side of the family there to help or anything, so I didn't have to technically share her with anybody, whereas with Jackson I've had to, and I had to really kind of train myself and teach myself to let the reins go, because when you've gone through quite a long period of time of it being just you and you making the decisions and you having control, to then go from being in a marriage and then having 2 kids and having an additional family, you know, it is a big transition. So I really had to kind of speak to myself and sometimes pull myself up and say, you know, look, it's not, Jackson and Ariana aren't your children anymore, they're yours and Daniel's children. So I think that was the biggest challenge and transition for me. But with this one, with the third one, because I've let the reins go, I'm used to now co-parenting, I've embraced the fact and I'm loving the fact that I have additional family, etc. With this one, and because they're so close in age, I don't have anxiety about it. I even said to my husband, you know, look, at least we know that we're not going to have a lot of sleep when this one comes along, but we're still not getting the full amount of sleep anyway, because Jackson does occasionally no Jackson, come, don't give it to mummy. Oh my gosh, she's got the earbuds, you know, the cotton buds when you clean your ears, and because he's seen me doing it, he's doing it in 1 second. But that's dangerous, you can't put that in your ear. Good boy, let mummy do it. Sorry guys, it's so funny what these kids watch you do. You've got to be really careful. The cotton bud. Anyway, because they're close in age, I'll say to my husband, at least we'll kind of be doing things. It won't be like we've done it and then we have a big break and then we have to do it again. Like we're still going through a similar process. So, we're kind of used to that routine already. Obviously, it's going to be a lot busier in the house, but I think because there's going to be 20 months apart, it will just make it slightly easier. I say that, but we'll see when the baby comes. What is the name going to be? Well, we're really struggling, I'm not gonna lie, we're struggling with names at the minute. We have a potential name for a girl. Boys, no clue. I always find boys' names a lot harder than girls' names, to be honest, because I just feel like there's not a lot of options for boys' names. And I'm a real big fan of names that are different, but not like ridiculously different. But I'm also a massive fan of names with like appropriate meanings. So should we put something on for you? Should we put Peppa Pig on? So I always kind of look at like what the name means and the background of the name and that kind of stuff. So like I said, we found a name for the girl, if it's a girl. For the boy, absolutely no clue. But anyway, you guys won't know the name until baby's born, because we are going to find out the gender of the baby as a family, but we're not going to reveal it to anybody until baby's here. How different is this pregnancy in comparison to your previous ones? Do you know what? My pregnancies weirdly are fairly similar. With Ariana, I also had a little bit of morning sickness, but other than that, everything was fine. Again, with Jackson, morning sickness. Other than that, everything was fine. And so far with this one, a little bit of morning sickness, everything's fine. I have had migraines with this one as well. I kind of went through a period of about 2 weeks where I had really bad migraines, and I took paracetamol for that. But generally, this pregnancy is similar. However, this time around, I am trying to stay more active. I felt like with Jackson, I wasn't very active at all. But with this one, I am kind of trying my hardest to be a bit more reactive. Can you do me a massive favour? You might have to like cool down or what should be seen on camera, but can you get Jackson a banana, please? So, first reactions to finding out. This is she's crawling on the floor. This is hopefully they don't see you. We just got this so they don't see you. Quick, come on. First reactions to finding out. This is a really good one. So obviously I found out, I took a pregnancy test, and the weird thing is that when I'm pregnant, or with Jackson as well, I know like ASAP. So I think with Jackson I found out when I was about 6 weeks, and with this one I found out when I think like my period was 2 days late, and I took a test and I was pregnant, and similar with Jackson. But it's because my periods are like clockwork, they come dead on the day. So if I'm a day or 2 days late, I know something's up. So yeah, I found out first, and I have to be honest, I was really scared about telling Daniel and also about telling my family. And I think I was scared because I kind of knew that he wasn't expecting to have, sit down, good boy. He wasn't expecting to have a baby so soon, so I kind of was a bit like, oh, you know, I hope he's okay. And of course, eventually he was. Initially when I told him, he was like, I think he thought I was playing some kind of prank on him. And then he literally didn't talk about the pregnancy or the baby or anything for about 10 days. And I'm not gonna lie, I was vexed. I was like, I just told him that I'm pregnant with his third child and he don't want to talk about it. I was livid, you know. And I remember, I think again, hormones, these hormones are bugger. I just remember one evening, I was a little bit tired, and I just cried. I was like, you don't want to talk about it, you're not saying anything. And then I think after that, like, he kind of realised, like, you know, pull yourself together, Dan. And then he kind of was like, oh, you know, we're going to need to book a doctor's appointment. That was his kind of way of showing that he's cool now. I was shocked when I first found out, but I kind of was like, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, I was really anxious about telling him. So when I told him, that was that. But then I was really anxious about telling like my family, because again, I just thought, oh God, they're going to think, oh my God, so soon. And obviously they were like really shocked. They didn't think it would happen so soon. Bit my finger, but they were so happy, and everyone's really excited now. So yeah, that's that. Will you do anything differently third time around? If so, what and why? So yeah, I think I've kind of touched on this before. This time around, I really am just going to embrace it a lot more. Like, you will notice on my socials with Jackson, I didn't really post many pictures of my bump or anything, because I just felt really self-conscious about it, because I used to get really horrible comments like, oh, you're so big, you're massive, blah, blah, blah. And I spoke about this on my Instagram live. At the end of the day, it's nobody's business how big or small anybody is. Women carry in different ways. Our bodies are so different. You know, our genetics are so different. So you cannot make those judgments or comparisons on somebody. And I think sometimes people say things without realizing what they're saying, and without realizing the impact that it can have on another person. So this time round, I'm like, screw you and what your comments, what you need to say. I'm going to embrace this. No matter how big I get, I'm going to embrace my bump. I've been looking at Instagram and Pinterest about how to dress my bump. I've ordered some new clothes, which was a birthday gift, which I'll do like a shopping haul, and I'll share it with you guys. So yeah, I'm just embracing it and enjoying it a lot more this time around, to be honest. And just trying to stay more active. So I've kind of got like an exercise routine or schedule lined up. I haven't done my cardio for today, so I need to do that later or after I've done this video. And yeah, that's it really. And just trying to relax, don't get myself worked up over things that are out of my control. What's the point really? How do I balance a career and 2 kids and now a 3rd on the way? Are you anxious? So I think I covered that before. It's just about, for me, routine, but then also routine and not routine. You know, if one day sensory play doesn't happen on time, or if one day Ariana starts her schoolwork 2 hours late, what the heck, like, so what? At the end of the day, it will get done, everything will get done. There's no point stressing myself, stressing the entire family over things, again, that are out of my control. So I just kind of have a routine, but then I'm also very fluid. I kind of just go with the flow. If things happen, things happen. If they don't, they don't. That's kind of where I'm at. Am I anxious about the 3rd? No, I'm not. I'm very much excited about the 3rd. And I'm very excited to see how the dynamics will work especially between this baby and him. I'm quite excited to see that. So yeah, there's no real anxiety at the minute for me. Yeah, and I think my husband posted a question, how is this pregnancy different compared to JJ? Well, he can probably answer that for himself because he's seen both of them, but like I said before, not massive amounts of difference between this one and JJ. Baby is moving more now, so I do feel baby moving around now, which is always nice. It's always a really nice feeling, because it kind of shows me that baby's doing okay in there, and also just that constant reminder that you have got life growing inside of you, which is just an amazing thing for me. When I think about the science and the miracle behind it, I just think, wow, it's crazy that they go from here to this, to my daughter, to me, and it's just mad. But yes, those are all the questions. I feel like I've been talking for ages. I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I apologise if it's too long. I will try and cut it down a little bit without cutting out some of the important, raw, authentic parts. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to watch this whenever you do. Like I said, apologies that we've been away for so long, but we are back, and we are aiming to post regularly, as regularly as we can, which is comfortable and suitable for us. I'm actually planning on doing a Follow Us for the Day vlog on Wednesday, which is the day that we actually go to the hospital to find out the sex. My husband's calling me. Babe, I'm in the middle of doing a YouTube video. What's up? Sorry. So yeah, I'm going to do a Follow Us for the Day vlog on Wednesday, which is when we actually find out the sex. Obviously you won't know, but we will know, and then you can see our reaction to it. But yeah, please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video, and also to turn on your notification bell so that you can receive a notification for when we release our future videos. But yeah, once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching us, and take care, guys. The world is crazy, but there is always something good in every day. Alright, so just hold on to that glimmer of hope in the day, in the times of darkness. Just hold on to that glimmer of hope, because it is there. And yes, take care. Thank you. Bye.